Welcome back. Let's look at how we can determine between which two integers an irrational number lies. Let's look at this number, let's say square root of 15. Determine between which two integers does the square root of 15 lie. What you do, you look at the number underneath the square root sign. So in this case is 15. You check the first perfect square to be less than 15. Which numbers are those? Perfect squares are looking at 1, 4, 9, 16 like that. So it means the perfect square, which is just less than 15, is 9, isn't it? You write it on the left hand side. And then the first perfect square to be greater than 15. What is it? It is 16. You write it on the right like this. And then after that, you square root all the three numbers. Square root all the three numbers. You can easily find the square root of 9 and the square root of 16. Okay, the square root of 9 is 3, the square root of 16 is 4. So it means the square root of 15 is between 3 and 4. It is greater than 3 but less than 4. The square root of 15 is between 3 and 4. Let's look at the cube root of 45. Now cube root, we're going to look at the perfect cubes. So look at the number which is below the cube root sign, which is 45. Let's look at the first perfect cube to be less than 45. What is it? The cubic numbers, look at 1, 8, 27, 64 like that. So the first cubic number to be less than 45 is 27. You write it on the left. And then the first cubic number to be greater than 45, that is 64. You write it on the right like this. And then after this, you cube root all the three numbers. And then we can easily get the cube root of 27, which is 3. And then the cube root of 64, which is 4. So it means the cube root of 45 is greater than 3, but less than 4. We can say the cube root of 45 is between 3 and 4. Okay, let's look at the last one. Let's say we have negative square root of 30. How do we deal with this one? So we can start by ignoring the negative sign. Okay, look at the number below the square root sign, which is 30, and then the first perfect square to be less than 30, that is what? Perfect squares are looking at 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. So it means it should be 25. That's the first perfect square to be less than 30. And then the first perfect square to be greater than 30, that will be 36. And then you square root everything. And then what do you get? The square root of 25 is 5, the square root of 36 is 6, meaning that the square root of 30 is between 5 and 6. But now we want negative square root of 30. So you multiply every number here, these three numbers, by negative 1. But remember, if you multiply by negative 1, the inequality signs change. So it becomes like this. So this can be rewritten as what? We can say negative root 30 here. Okay, what is the meaning of this? Negative root 30 is greater than negative 6. Okay, so we can say negative 6 is less than negative square root of 30. And then here we're saying negative 5 is greater than what? Negative root 30. So we can say negative root 30 is what? Is less than negative 5 like that. So it means what? Negative root 30, negative square root of 30 is between negative 6 and negative 5. And then you can write it like that.